Welcome to Backstage Pass, Rockstar Pro Wrestling's official podcast. It's the ultimate opportunity to look behind the scenes at Rockstar Pro and hear from the wrestlers themselves. Now here are your hosts, Chris Poland and Mark Turner.
Hello and welcome to this special episode of Backstage Pass.
Wow, how many S's was that? And L's?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
This is the only wrestling podcast that promises not to make a reference to Suplex City. Bitch.
We just did.
God damn it, Mark, you gotta play along.
Cut.
No, I refuse.
Okay.
Welcome. This is the Ludus special. Now, if you don't know what Ludus is, Mark is a trained expert in the history of ancient Rome.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
He can give you the lowdown right now.
I'll leave that to Scary Gary, a.k.a. SG1, later in this podcast to let us know the Roman ramifications of Ludus.
Yeah.
But I'm just here to say that this wrestling show is going to be kick-ass. It's going to be unique.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I think, Ludus, or Ludi, plural, it means school or training, where you learn something. And in this case, you are seeing young men and women learning the craft of professional wrestling.
Yeah, and that's what's really awesome about this show. I mean, Rockstar Pro has built up such a great momentum with their show that we have so many people that want to be a part of Rockstar.
Right.
I mean, each and every Wednesday we have to pretty much turn wrestlers away. You see it. There's only so many spots on the card.
Yeah.
And that's why this show is necessary. We have lots of new young talent. You've seen Zachary Wentz. You've seen Bradley Abrams. I mean, I can't even name everybody. We just saw the debut of Clayton Jackson. Those are just trainees. We have lots of other people trying to get on the card, but there's only so many spots.
Yeah.
And even when they get a spot, they only get so much time.
Right. As much as we'd love to, Wednesday Night Amped can't be 4 hours long every Wednesday.
Get your money's worth, but it just doesn't work that way.
Right.
But, this is the opportunity for all those young wrestlers. They'll get a lot of time in their matches. They'll learn to hone their craft in this, and, they'll have to work with the crowd in a longer than a 5-minute match, let's say.
Right. And, you mentioned the young up-and-comers here, and one of them in particular, Bradley Abrams, we know is part of the High Five and Fat Guys.
That he is.
One of the hottest tag teams here at Rockstar, and the tag division really seems to be heating up of late.
How awesome has the tag division been?
Great.
I mean, and the thing is about the tag division, so many new tag teams here, but they all look credible. I mean, there isn't like one team. Even Draven and Jared Harris defeated Jeremiah and Nate Wings a few weeks ago.
Know.
The best, the team with the most momentum, I would say, Jeremiah and Nate Wings. And, I mean, there's just so much, what's the word I'm looking for? So much, I don't know, back and forth. It's so even with all these teams. It's incredible. Now we have a new team, Gritty and Pretty.
Oh, that's right, Bruce Gray and Ace Perry.
I never would have thought this out of Ace.
I never would have, in a million years, expected this one, but it stands before us.
Right.
And I think that they have a real shot in this tag team division. We've seen them succeed as singles wrestlers, and with their two devious minds at work together, I think they could really go far.
Well, we know Bruce Gray's mind is devious.
Yeah.
We know that for sure, and we also know that Bruce Gray is a tag team specialist.
Right.
And he's grabbing Ace Perry. He's going to mentor this kid, and I guess he's going to put some deviousness into his mind, because Ace Perry's been such a good kid all these years.
Maybe he has. Maybe it's all been, deception. Maybe he's had alternative motives. Maybe
motives?
Maybe he's not the nice guy we think he is.
What are you getting at?
I don't know. Maybe AP stands for something more than Ace Perry.
Maybe it does.
We'll have to look into this.
Well, I don't know, but right now they look like they're on the same page, and there's just so many tag teams. It's on fire right now.
Speaking of that, let's go from the figurative fire to the
boy.
Literal. What the hell happened last week at Amped when JT Davidson threw a fireball at HBO?
What is going on here? I mean, there's a line there, and he far crossed it. I mean, JT Davidson, nobody likes this guy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and now he's throwing fireballs at HBO's face.
Jesus.
Did you see the video a few days ago? JT Davidson was arrested for that act.
Well, good. He should be.
He
It's
should be
assault.
arrested. I have no idea if he's going to be here tonight or not. I don't know if he's in jail or if he got some of his money to bail him out. I don't know. But, yeah, what he did was just way too much. And I hope Bobby Olson's okay. I mean, I haven't...
Yeah.
I know he had to immediately go to the hospital. I haven't heard anything since. I hope to see him this week, but if he can't make it, it's definitely understandable.
Oh, absolutely. So, I guess without any further ado, let's go ahead and throw to our Spotlight segment.
Let's do it.
We're going to talk to, I don't want to say the organizer, but one of the organizers, the promoter. He's really helped us put this Ludus operation together. Scary Gary's going to be here, or as we have learned to call him, SG1.
SG1, yeah, I mean... He's one of the men behind this, and he's really passionate about it.
Yeah.
So we thought he'd be the perfect guest to help explain to everybody listening what to expect from Ludus this Friday and in the future.
Right, so here we go. Give it a listen.
It's time for the Rockstar Wrestler Spotlight!
And we're here with your spotlight for this special Ludus edition of Backstage Pass. And today we have with us the master of ceremonies, if you will, for Ludus.
I like that.
The
Very nice.
promoter with the promostist.
Yeah, you could go that way. Yeah.
The
I like that.
chief operating officer of Ludus.
I've spent my entire life promoting something, so this is just another, this is the big one. This is Ludus, man. I'm ready. You guys ready?
I am ready. I'm so ready that I forgot to say your name. Scary Gary's here.
Oh, please, my friends call me SG1.
SG1?
I consider you guys friends.
Oh,
if
cool,
someone
thank
calls me that and they're not my friend, I'm going to be very upset.
Okay.
But you guys, you're cool.
We can
Okay,
do that.
cool. I've noticed that in real life you're not too scary. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Some people, the lady at the gas station on the way here, she was very frightened.
Yeah?
If I take my hat off in certain areas. It's a
See,
little-
I feel like the Hello Kitty thing should be, calming, right? It's like, oh, cute.
it depends who you are. Some children, they think it's cool.
Yeah?
If you're above a certain age limit, they don't think it's that that charming, as it were.
Well, to each his own, right?
Hey, that's what I always say.
But we're not here to talk about your cool tattoos, as Mark and I are lacking in those.
No.
Mark, you don't have any forehead ink?
No, I don't have any ink
You
anywhere.
seem like the guy
No.
that... Anywhere, nowhere, really.
Nowhere.
I thought you told me you got your taint pierced.
That's for another time.
Oh
that's
my
for
God.
another time.
Well, I guess
kinda-
piercings and tattoos, those are different.
What kind of podcast is this?
The kind where anything can happen,
Again,
right?
red face, man. I'm actually blushing.
So,
Whoa!
sorry about that.
Let's talk about Ludus. Let's talk about Ludus.
Indeed, let us talk about Ludus. Now, there's some historical precedent here, right? Going all the way back to the Roman Empire.
Right. The Roman games, man. This was they called it Ludus back then. This is nothing new. Nothing's new under the sun. Am I right? Mm-hmm.
That's right.
We just all recycle it. Especially in wrestling. Nothing's new.
Especially in wrestling.
Yeah.
This went all the way back to the Roman games, I mean, special gladiator combat,
Mm-hmm.
And these are the exciting thing about this. It's the new talent of Rockstar.
Right.
These kids that have really been busting their ass, going to practice, being a professional wrestler, fellas, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all.
And I guess there are two main differences here, right? Number one, the trainees, the up-and-comers are all here voluntarily, right? They're not slaves. They're not prisoners of war. It's a little difference from the gladiators of old.
Back then, they might have done that. I mean, no one will be actually physically killed.
Right, that was my difference number two.
Yeah. No one will be fed to the lions. But I want to segue into that. That's kind of the really exciting thing about Ludus is the fans, and it's so important that the fans, I mean, your voice is truly going to be heard on this event because you are going to vote, after match. We're going to have new talent mixing in with the new trainees. The trainees, they've paid their dues here at Rockstar. They're secure for now. For now.
For now.
For now. Look in your direction. But new faces coming in, and we're doing this, totally legit. The fans are going to vote who they want to stay and who goes. A thumbs up in the Roman games, thumbs down, you're fed to the lions, so to speak.
So this is like
Benjamin Chimera comes out and eats them.
Well, he would be the lion to eat someone, He would
He's the Lion King, yeah.
True.
But this is a legitimate fans get to
This
choose
is legit.
situation. This isn't like a Cyber Sunday situation.
Now, come on. In wrestling, we've all seen the bullshit,
Right.
Can I
Go
cuss?
for it.
Is this a
Yes.
is this a family program?
It's the internet, damn it.
Yeah.
Where is this airing at?
It's going to be on Spreaker. It's going to be on YouTube.
Oh,
probably-
so across the world.
Yes.
Like my mother might hear this.
Maybe. If she's into podcasts and wrestling.
Funny story, my mom doesn't know I have this head tattoo.
Really?
So if she hears this, she'll be in for a surprise.
Uh-oh.
Anyway,
Sorry.
especially in professional wrestling, come on, there's a lot of
Sure.
chicanery, bullshit.
Yeah. Is it
how do
going
you
to be
wanna
a
say
false
it?
count anywhere or a no holds barred, right?
Yeah, and we're going to kind of lead you to but we're doing this completely legit. We're going to ask the fans. We're actually going to do a special supplemental podcast right after the show. Fans will come and tell us, directly. They'll give us more in-depth thoughts of who they want to stay, who they want to go.
That's awesome.
But the simple method we're going to do after every match, thumbs up, you stay. Thumbs down, you go.
Okay. I like it. That's really innovative.
Yeah, I really like that idea. And like you said, for now, the trainees for the most part are safe. So the thumbs up, thumbs down is more for the outsiders
That's
coming
true.
in.
That's true.
Okay.
We have
Just checking.
Rockstar. There is a waiting list of talent a mile long of people that are dying to get into Rockstar. This show in particular, we have talent coming from like nine hours away, North Carolina.
Awesome.
Just for their chance to perform for the fans. All new talent that comes into Rockstar are coming in through Ludus. This is the training ground. This is where they prove themselves. This is either the fans will accept them or they won't.
And I think that's why it shows how big Rockstar's become. I mean, that's
true.
why this is such a great, unique show right here, because the show is so stacked each and every Wednesday and every pay-per-view. A lot of the trainees, even though they're showing skills, they don't get a lot of time in their matches.
And the other special thing about Ludus is the focus is on them. This is the spotlight, as it were, for the trainees. This is their stage.
And just so everyone in the Rockstar Nation's fully aware, this is not a one-time event,
Nope.
right?
Actually, we already have. I'll give you some exclusive news right here.
Awesome.
May 15th. That's another Friday. We're going to do these on Fridays. Always going to aim for about the middle of the month, but May 15th is the next one. We already have signed. Jeff Holloway is coming in for his Rockstar tryout.
Excellent.
Against Ace Perry.
Ooh.
And that's going to be a very exciting match.
Seen a nasty side of Ace of late.
We have. Teaming up with Bruce Gray.
Yeah, gritty and pretty.
Gotta love that name.
Ace is a very pretty man. I got to say that.
He is.
Well, speaking of
Not on the inside, though. Not now, at least.
Well, speaking of an Ace Perry versus Jeff Holloway type matchup, is that where we should come to expect from the show, from these Ludus shows? Is it like a Rockstar regular versus a new guy? Is that the way it's going to be?
There's not going to be no specific formula, but it's
Okay.
it's going to be a mix. Sometimes we may have trainee versus trainee. They may be that focus on them. They may work someone they've never met before. That's a big part of being a professional wrestler. You work people, you kind of know what to expect from them. Not in this case. You might work somebody that's coming from 10 hours away,
Yeah, that's a great point, because for most of our trainees, all their in-ring experience is coming with the other trainees, right, as well as the trainers here. So to throw in that wild card of here's someone you've never been in the ring with before.
Absolutely.
That's a true test of ability.
When I don't wrestle anymore, but when I first did, I trained with Shark Boy, and first year I wrestled, we're just all clueless. We're beating the shit out of each other,
Right.
Just Shark Tank guys. The first time I really felt like it clicked for me, I know you work someone better than you, that you're not used to their style yet.
Yeah.
Aaron Williams was mine in particular.
Wow.
I got in the ring with him, and I'm like, oh, okay. I kind of understand a bit more, as opposed to just blind leading the blind. So to speak,
Right. And I think there's precedent for that, as we've discussed. You can't, despite big egos, right? Despite confidence, let's say, that's a nicer way to put it, right? You can't really just come in and dominate in professional wrestling. It takes years, not just of training, but of actually getting out there, working on the road, doing shows to hone this craft.
It does.
And I think this is a really special way to show the young men and women who are dedicating their lives to this,
Absolutely.
how seriously we're taking it, and that we want to give them a shot.
Probably the era all of us here recording remember, 80s WWF. You think about those guys, they had wrestled some guys 10 to 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
Just before they actually got on national television.
Right.
So they really had their their routine down at
Right.
that point, training. I mean, that's as a professional wrestler, that's just what it's all about. You want to get work. You want to work new people. You want to test yourself, see what you can really do. That's what Ludus is all about.
Yeah. So let's get into specifics here. Can we run through the card a little
Sure,
bit?
man.
Talk about some of the matches we
Hit it.
expect. What do you see there, Mark?
Well, you mentioned his name earlier. Aaron Williams had a big part in your wrestling career.
Yes.
He's in the main event. He's going one-on-one with the Man Scout, Jake Manning. Tell us a little bit about the Man
The
Scout.
Man Scout. I love the Man Scout, Jake Manning. And you know what's really exciting to me about this match? A lot of wrestling fans know the Man Scout as kind of Freight Train's
Yes.
his buddy, his interviewer, the man, you're really in for like a spectacular match at Ludus because the Man Scout, he can go. This guy, trainee of George South, old NWA wrestler, just that throwback to this old style of professional wrestling, like 80s NWA, hard-nosed style.
Yeah.
The Man Scout, Jake Manning, he can really go. Anytime I've involved him in any show I've done, I mean, he's delivered above and beyond. And I'm looking forward to seeing what him and Aaron put together. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in recent years that have heard the Man Scout or seen something about him, they think of him as a comedy-type personality, which he is and can be, but that guy can go in the ring.
He definitely can.
Before he's known as the Man Scout, he made a name for himself in independent scene.
Absolutely.
So I'm really looking forward to that one. But there's much more on the card as well.
That's the main event, correct?
Right.
The one thing that I'm really looking forward to is I love huge matches, tons of guys in the ring, craziness. And we'll have that in a battle royal featuring a lot of people out of the...
Battle Royale.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If we can get the terminology
With
straight.
cheese? Battle
Little
Royale.
fiction.
Sorry.
Okay, I like that.
Featuring a lot of members of the training academy, right?
Right.
And some maybe unexpected faces as well.
Hey, check it out. Some of these kids, the very first time they're ever getting in a ring. You can literally be at the ground floor of a Rockstar career.
Yeah, that's
you can
pretty
see
cool.
Imagine if you went back to, I don't know, maybe like John Moxley. He's a guy from this area. Dean Ambrose now. I mean, some people in this area can say they remember his very first match.
Right.
Imagine someone you see this night at Ludus, you're seeing the beginning of a career.
Right. And that's the aspiration for everyone, right? To make it internationally, right?
Right.
And don't get me wrong, we love having these athletes here in Dayton, but we wish for their success too, and we want to see them travel the world.
Right.
And
you can start here, and this could be your career beginning. You could go around the world.
Exactly.
Well, another match I'm looking forward to. Here's a guy right here. I saw this name on the card. One of the first names you announced for the show, I believe. Gregory Iron, formerly known as the handicapped hero, I believe. I don't know if he's still going by that shtick or not.
Yeah, no.
But, I'm looking forward to this guy.
I have used Gregory Iron in the past at some events, and he's had a kind of a drastic attitude change. So I don't know if the handicap hero quite applies anymore. He's kind of, if I can be, kind of a dick.
Please do.
Say it. I mean, please. I mean, he's coming in with the Iron Curtain. That's his security squad. Somehow he believes he needs to travel with paid security around him at all times now. We had a young kid coming in here recently named Levi Connors, and you could just kind of see the frustration on him, like after a few losses here. I think Bruce Gray tapped him out.
That's right.
With that sugar hold he's been using recently. Just a lot of, he was getting nowhere in Rockstar, and somehow Gregory has gotten to him and convinced him to be a part of his security detail. I mean, we'll see if that gets him anywhere in his Rockstar career, if that has a change for the better. He's going to be teaming with Alex Daniels as part of the Iron Curtain. Gregory Iron, for whatever reason, believes he needs security to keep fans away from him. So we'll see how it all plays out at Ludus.
How does this Gregory Iron guy get so much security? I see him in AIW with security.
Right.
He's everywhere.
Everywhere he goes, he has his private security.
right.
He's mentioned on Twitter he's opening the Dayton branch this Friday. So
Well,
I guess if you can pay for it, right?
yeah, I mean,
True.
I mean, the guy used to be such an inspiration for everybody. I mean, if people haven't heard his story,
yeah. There's actually a very amazing video on YouTube, the Gregory Iron story. Pretty easy to find. Just type that in. Talks about some of the adversity he's overcome, and for whatever reason, he's just kind of had a turn for the worse. So, kind of a dick.
Well, Friday
Didn't say
goes.
that.
Friday goes 1-on-1 with Pompano Joe, and I think I know who the fans are going to be behind in that one.
Yeah, anyone that comes out to Too Legit to Quit is going to be a fan favorite.
I can't help but mark out every time I'm commentary.
Right.
I mean, it's
I start
insane.
bobbing my head,
Right.
hammer dancing, You know how it goes.
I think it's only going to be a matter of time before the entire crowd's wearing hammer pants. Kind of like shifting back and forth. You know?
I still have my hammer pants somewhere. I have to break those out.
Absolutely. Now, I know we're not only going to see some of these new faces, up-and-comers we've never seen before, but also faces that have really been gaining a lot of popularity here at Rockstar. Mm-hmm. And I know he's been sitting here ever so quietly waiting for us to address him. Gary, you brought along one of those young men with you. Zachary Wentz is here, sitting quietly in the corner.
Right. Yeah. Let me before he says anything, this kid, I've been really impressed since I started formulating this Ludus project, and he was a big reason why I felt it was important to really showcase what these kids can do. Mm-hmm. This is no bullshit. He's really impressed me from everything I've seen him in. This kid's already had title shots here in Rockstar.
Yeah.
At Ludus, you're really going to get to see... I know he's gunning for the Battle Royal. Like, he really wants to win in this to really show what he can do, you know? Mm-hmm. This kid's great. No bullshit. I wouldn't lie to you, Zach.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Look, Zach's blushing.
Sorry,
man. Blushing now. No, like he said, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited for this because it's, like he said, it is our show. It is time for us to show what we can actually do. I know I've been on amps and all that and may have lost a couple matches here and there and all that, but now it's time to show what the future really is of Rockstar Pro. And I'm ready to show that I am the future. You know, it's one of those things where you really have to take the ball and run with it on something like this, and that's what I plan on doing, is getting in that battle royal, eliminating as many people as I can. At the end of the day, I have my hand raised, and everybody have the thumbs up, you know?
And I want to say, like, it just kind of feels weird for me to say, like, you kind of, like, introduced me in the beginning as, like, what do we say, the CEO, or whatever. It just feels weird for me because, like, really, to me, the focus is on these kids, like, coming in a Rockstar. Like, I don't want it to be... Like, for me, I've said this, like, I felt I never didn't need to wrestle anymore when I started, like, putting my own shows together. And, like, I get my energy, like, from these kids. Like, I really do, and that's no bullshit. Like, I don't need to wrestle because my, what do you call it, my juice, you know, whatever, it comes from there. Does that sound weird?
Your genetic
whatever,
jackhammer.
you know, something like that. My excitement, man, for real, that's, like...
Yeah.
I don't need to wrestle. Like, I get it all right here, putting a show together. And, like, when you can see it play out in front of your eyes, like, we playing this, and, like, it's fucking happening.
That's great.
And if the fan, it's, like, that's the true detector, too. Like, if the fans, like, they'll either like it or, you know, they won't.
You're right.
Like, it's live, you know?
Yeah.
You can do other things, like write a book or whatever. You have to wait, you know, they'll tell you if it's good or bad.
Right.
Right there, live. You'll know if it's good, if it's bad. Thumbs up, thumbs
you don't
down.
even have to wait for it to trend on Twitter.
Right.
No,
Not immediately. Just immediately you will know. That's what's beautiful about pro wrestling.
Yeah. And I gotta say, Zach, if I may call you that.
Zachary, whatever. Doesn't matter.
I love your confidence and the fact that you're looking ahead, because I have to admit, the last podcast we did, Ron Mathis was our guest.
Oh, gosh.
And I had to bite my tongue a lot during that interview, because all he talked about was how he embarrassed everyone. Oh, I beat Zach in 5 minutes in front of his family, yada, yada, yada. Right. But the fact that you show up next week and put everything, if not more, into what you do than you did the week before in that title match, I think shows a lot of character on your behalf.
I love this business. Like, I'm here to be the best. If you're not in wrestling to be the best, don't even bother showing up. If you want to be somebody who just sits in the back and is like, okay, well, I don't know, not have that confidence, don't even show up.
Yeah.
Just go out there and give your all. Give everything you possibly can give for this business, because if you do that, you're definitely going to make it to the top. It's only a matter of time. Everything in life is a mindset, and if you don't have that champion mindset, then
and how can you not love that? How can you not feel excited by that?
And the passion of Zachary, every time he steps in the ring, you can feel that when you watch him from the crowd or from the announce table, wherever. I mean, and I love seeing that.
Feed off.
Hello? Hey, can I get 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers?
What?
Wait a minute.
A McDouble.
This guy,
3 Whoppers. 4 large fries.
Always feud with
and
this
a
guy.
Diet Coke.
A Diet Coke.
Diet Coke makes it better.
Well,
God.
Hello?
You don't want to
Bradley.
drink your calories, I guess. But Bradley Abrams apparently has joined us, and he appears to be lost.
That's what you would call
Was it? It's not a drive-through.
This is not a
No,
drive-through.
it's not a drive-through.
that was a drive-by
What are you guys?
on the podcast is what that was.
What are you guys doing?
We're doing a
Broadcasting,
podcast.
man.
We're talking about Ludus.
You kind of,
I'm gonna be at Ludus.
you will be at
Oh,
Ludus,
okay.
man.
I am gonna be at Ludus.
Versus a young kid named Rex Ultima.
Right.
What's your
Yeah.
strategy with him, man? You gonna eat
You
him
know,
apart? What
I
are you
like
doing?
to. I like to have fun, guys. I really do. But I'm exactly what my buddy Wynn said. I'm here to win.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm here to prove myself here in Rockstar.
And recently we've kind of seen Bradley with the high five and fat guys. Like
Right.
John Murray's kind of taking
High
this kid-
five.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Wow, that was loud.
That was a good one.
John Murray is kind of taking this kid under his wing. The kind of cool thing about Ludus is you're seeing Bradley like on his own. Like, what can he do? Maybe he's on his own. Like, sink or swim.
Tell you what, I'm just happy that Bradley got Snacko back.
Oh,
I don't know about
I
anybody
wasn't
else,
gonna bring it
but
up, but
Was it full of fur?
yeah,
Ew.
how hairy was
Gross.
that?
Ooh,
washed him
gross.
several times.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
that's
good.
good. That's good.
Oh,
The thing that blew my mind was that after you got Snacko back and finished the match, you went around to the Rockstar Nation high-fiving people, and people actually had the bravery, I guess I'll call it, to high-five you with Snacko on your hand after it had been in Beast's trunks for who knows
Yeah,
how long.
It was.
Hopefully they wash their hands.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's how much they love Snacko. And,
I guess
and
so.
Bradley.
Right.
Look, guys, I'm hungry. I thought I was ordering food, so
Yeah.
I'm actually going to get out of here.
Okay.
Enjoy your podcast.
Did you think this was McDonald's or Burger King? I couldn't even
Sorry.
tell.
bring me back
And you
some
walked
rallies,
in here.
please.
Sorry,
all
guys.
right.
My apologies. I'm going to get out of here.
All right.
Bring me back some rallies, please. They have excellent fries.
Well, back
See
to
you
our,
Friday, Bradley.
back to our regularly scheduled program, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Kind of derailed the podcast, so to speak. With
But,
this drive-through, drive-by.
So big. So big.
Not as big as Vader,
I love him. man.
but he's big.
Who is?
Hey, I debuted with that guy.
With Vader?
Match? No, with,
You debut with Vader in Japan
Wait.
versus
with
Tony
Bradley.
Inoki.
With Bradley. First ever match was with Bradley. He was my tag team
That's
partner.
right.
That's true. That's true. Kind of a trial by fire. Probably the most nerve-wracking 5 minutes of your life.
Oh my
right?
god.
I remember my first match, and I actually don't remember a lot of it because I was so nervous.
Did you
Oh,
know
I'm
you're
sure.
having that match,
No.
Zach? I was wondering
No.
about that because I remember that night I had the card written down at the announce table and you weren't on it, and all of a sudden you're out there. I was like, did he know he had a match?
That's
I don't
what's
know.
beautiful about professional wrestling. Like we were
Anything
saying,
happen.
like it can change in 30 seconds. You know, you may not be showing up for a match that night, and guess what? You're on the show. It can change quick.
That it can.
Well, back to Ludus here. Scary Gary, I have to ask you, there's a lot
Please,
of new guys debuting.
SG1. Come on.
SG1.
He already told us.
Please, Mark
SG1.
Turner.
Now you're just being
I'm
disrespectful.
sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want the scary guy to come out. Yeah. But of all the new guys debuting, is there anybody that you have your eye on personally that you think stands out that impresses you?
It's a
That's not in the room.
Me. I'm just kidding.
present company excluded. There's a guy that I really think is going to stand out to the Rockstar Nation. His persona is so bizarre and sleazy, as it were.
Okay.
Kind of fitting because the guy is nicknamed Mr. Sleaze, Eric Thompson. He's just the name is very fitting. Very sleazy guy, kind of a
Greasy?
disco 70s, got the hair, chest hair, very sleazy guy. I really can't describe it. I can't do it justice, but you're going to see it Friday. Keep your eyes out for Mr. Sleaze. He's
Disco sleazy.
yeah,
Wow.
disco sleazy.
type of sleazy.
1973 disco sleazy.
Is there a disco type that isn't sleazy in 2015? I'm not sure.
It was a very sleazy era.
Yes, it
I would
was.
say.
Well, going from the sleazy to the sexually deviant, you've seen Sid Fabulous a lot here in the Rockstar Arena of late, mainly getting hammered by Ganger,
Right.
amongst others. But it looks like he's taking on a newbie in this match, yes?
Right. A kid named Otto von Boogiemeister. What I know about this kid is he likes to dance.
Ah.
He is a dancer.
Him and Sid Fabulous one-on-one? That might get interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
what I think is really interesting is who knows, is Sid going to get to wrestle? Like, we've yet
Right.
to see him not get destroyed by Ganger in 10 seconds. Who knows? Ganger could be at Ludus. He could ruin Sid Fabulous's spotlight, you know?
Yeah.
It could all be over in 10 seconds. Only one he knows is going to be there. I mean, hey.
And here's the thing. I think we've been burying the lead, I think. As awesome as we've made Ludus sound so far,
Yeah.
we haven't mentioned the fact that it's only $3.
That's touche.
At least I don't think we have.
Check it
No,
out.
we haven't.
You can find $3 in the couch, right?
Yeah.
Am I right? In my couch, you can find the change for $3.
I mean, there are people coming from 9 hours away. Is that what you
Right.
said? And it's only $3 to see all this new talent. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
incredible.
If you have if it's a podcast, just by say chance you have friends, family that haven't had a chance to check out what Rockstar's about yet, this is the perfect opportunity. Like, you could see a career starting on this night for $3. That's half what we usually do for an amped, right? $6.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose? Check it out. Quality professional wrestling right here in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
$3, you can't beat that.
Yeah, less than a $5, you can get an entire night's worth of entertainment and something to drink.
Bradley would
Boom.
probably spend 3 times that on what he's ordering through the drive-thru.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
At least.
I mean, you really can't get anything for $3 at
Go to
Yeah,
it.
did he say 4 Whoppers earlier?
Jesus
I don't know.
Christ. That's a heart attack waiting to
Better
happen.
than spending your Friday night at a movie theater, spending what?
True.
If you get popcorn and all that, $50.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Right?
Terrible.
Yeah, I just saw It Follows last night. Have you guys
It
seen
follows?
that?
I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah,
I'm a
it's-
little behind the loop, if you can imagine that. I watched Goonies recently.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
I watched it on VHS. Don't judge me.
Love that.
But Tron was a good movie, too.
That's like listening to records, right? There's something
Right.
that
Something
you can't
lost.
capture without VHS
You know, I
quality.
miss getting the tracking lines
Yeah,
all
right.
lined up. You know, I kind of miss that.
All right, we've gotten way too far off the rails here. We should wrap it up. I want to thank SG1.
Thank you guys, man. This has been a blast.
Yeah, thank you. I want to thank Zachary Wentz. I almost called you Scary Wentz.
Scary Wentz. Oh my god.
Who
I
you-
kind of see him as my protege, but maybe not that scary, but he's a protege of mine.
You can call me SW1. Just kidding.
If we start seeing kitties on his forehead.
Yeah. So you can see Zachary and many more this Friday at Rockstar Pro Arena for only $3. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 7:30 as usual. If you've been to wrestling in Dayton, you know the drill. It's just that this one's very inexpensive and is going to premiere some of the greatest talent you've seen and interactive in that you get to vote yay or nay at the end of each match.
Make your voice heard. Be there. I love all these kids. They're going to blow you away. I promise you. Make your voice heard. Who you want to be, who you want to stay here, who you want to go. Ludus, Friday.
Had enough Backstage Pass? Too bad! Here's more!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Living Large Bradley Abrams. This Friday, there's a big show for us rookies and for new talent coming to Rockstar called Ludus. Now, 10 months ago, I was actually sitting in the crowd at Rockstar Pro Arena cheering on the wrestlers that I today get to wrestle. So I am really excited for Ludus and to prove myself as a rising rookie here in Rockstar. Now, you've seen me in the ring with John Murray as a high-fiving fat guy, and I love John Murray, and we love going out there and high-fiving and being fat. But this Friday at Ludus, you're going to get to see me in a singles match. And I am ready to show you and everyone that thinks they're just going to come in and be a part of Rockstar why I am the best. I'm Living Large Bradley Abrams, and I hope to see you this Friday at Ludus.
All right, so there you have it. Scary Gary and a little cameo by Zachary Wentz and even Bradley Abrams.
Yeah, Bradley Abrams and Zachary Wentz make an appearance. Bradley Abrams apparently lost, but he's always welcome.
And, I don't know if we can call anything he does little.
That's true.
But nevertheless, he was here. You heard from
Did you
him.
hear the amount of food he wanted? I can't get over that.
I have to just assume that he was ordering for himself and John Murray.
Maybe that was it.
Maybe, right? I mean, 'cause
I'd hope so.
that's almost inhuman, that amount of
Yes,
food.
I agree.
So, we would love to see you here Friday, April 17th, for Ludus, the next generation of Rockstar Pro Wrestling. It's the very first Ludus show.
It's history.
It is, and you can be a part of it on April 17th. And when we say be a part of it, we really mean it, right? The Rockstar Nation is going to let us know who stays and who goes with a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
I mean, I haven't really heard anything like this on the independent level. I mean,
Yeah, it's new to me.
I mean, usually, you see matches and then the fans will let their voices be heard on the internet by
Right.
letting people know, but immediate feedback.
Yeah.
Right after the match, we're going to let the audience, we're going to ask them, did you like him? Did
Right.
you like the newcomer? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I
Yeah.
mean, it's very interesting.
It
and
is.
It'll be interesting to see who the Rockstar Nation takes a liking to and who they don't like. Because, there might be a few who are you shouts from Big Kev. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
He loves to do the, who are you?
Right.
Who are you?
Well, we'll find out at Ludus.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the matches. We're going to see Zach Spades versus, you heard SG1 call him Mr. Sleaze, Eric Thompson in Thompson's Rockstar Trial match.
Well, we have Sick and Twisted versus Mr. Sleaze. I'm interested in that one.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we have Benjamin Chimera going one-on-one with Miguel Action.
Action!
I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
That's my best guess.
But I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, Action's trial match there. We also will see Michael come back. I don't know if he's still a kamikaze, but
Is he simply known as a kamikaze?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Nevertheless, Michael will be here taking on Joshua Singh in Singh's Rockstar Trial match.
Yeah, and I've seen Singh a few times in Northeast Ohio. He's done some good things in the Cleveland area, so I'll be very interested to see him here for Rockstar Pro.
Him and Johnny Wrestling, right?
Absolutely. Johnny Wrestling. I love Johnny Wrestling. But I'd like to see him in the future here. But
Absolutely.
Sid Fabulous will also be going one-on-one with Otto von Boogiemeister. We heard about this earlier from Scary Gary.
That's right. And you heard about Gregory Iron being here. You heard about Levi Connors. That's going to be quite a, I think, spectacle is the word for it. When Levi teams with Iron Curtain teammate Alex Daniels to take on Beast and Jerry Andrews, or the High Life, as they like to be known now.
Right. It'll be really interesting to see how Levi Connors mixes himself with the Iron Curtain here.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex Daniels, I know he's a part of the Iron Curtain for AIW in Cleveland, and he's a young up-and-comer. I've been very impressed with him, as I have with Levi, but Levi, for the most part, whenever I see him, this is a good kid. I mean, I'm not used to him doing underhanded deeds like Gregory Iron and his crew are, so I'll be interested to see how they mix. But they got a tough test against the High Life.
Yeah, that's a very strange pairing there, and we've seen Jerry Andrews and Beast working together,
Right.
And they seem to be very much on the same page as long as they're, knocking one back, I guess.
Right. It seems like the more they drink, the better they get in the ring. It's unbelievable.
And I have to wonder if that'll come into play on Friday. These guys know each other, enjoy spending time together. There might be a little inner tension, I say, in the Iron Curtain match with Levi, so or pairing with Levi. So, maybe that'll work to High Life's advantage.
Yeah, we'll see. And speaking of Gregory Iron, he will also be in action. Singles action as he goes one-on-one with everyone's favorite homie, Pompano Joe.
That's right. We forgot to mention both Zachary and Bradley have great T-shirts, and Pompano Joe has an amazing new T-shirt.
Yeah, everyone's favorite homie. Everyone's got to wear the shirt.
Yeah.
You got to represent your homie.
Doing a little dance there, it's absolutely adorable.
Yeah, it's like, adorable's the perfect word. I'm not even going to add to it.
It is. It makes me think of, reading Calvin and Hobbes as a kid.
It really does.
Just pure joy.
And on top of that, we also have Duke Beefhammer going one-on-one with Flex Jordan, and we know Duke Beefhammer has had a tough run-in with JTD Inc. as of late.
That's right. He was on that amazing win streak, but it definitely seems like the whole group there from JTD Incorporated are obsessed with Beefhammer's downfall.
Yeah, I mean, after Amped last week, I believe, they cut his hair.
Yeah.
In a video. What's that about? They cut part of his hair. I mean, that's the Beefhammer main right there. I mean,
total
what are you
heel
doing?
move, bro.
Yeah.
It's just not right.
It's not right at all.
So we'll also see a huge battle royal featuring some of the trainees, or pardon me, the superstars we talked to earlier, the trainees are going to come up in that match. It's a battle royal. You never know what's going to happen, but there's going to be a lot of people and a lot of throwing over the top rope.
Absolutely. I mean, it's billed as having a lot of the graduates from the Rockstar Pro Training Academy, but like you said, it's a battle royal. There's always going to be surprises when that's involved. You can see anybody on the card previously, maybe even some people you don't see on this card. You never know.
Maybe.
And in the main event of this card, we have the baddest man alive, Aaron Williams, which really, that's all you need to know right there. Pay $3.
Yeah.
And he's going one-on-one with the man scout, Jake Manning.
That's right. So be sure to be here. Ludus, the next generation of Rockstar Pro Wrestling. That's this Friday, April 17th. Only $3. And as a quick reminder, just a couple weeks down the road.
That's right.
May Day, May 1st. It's going to be the Gym City Slam, one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year.
It's always a great one. The Gym City Slam, you get that over-the-top rope Rumble-style battle royal. I don't know about the legal ramifications. I guess I could say Rumble-style.
It works for me. Gym City Rumble.
Gym City Rumble.
I love it.
And it's always a great time. I was in that last year, you know.
I know you were.
I got thrown out really fast.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe I shouldn't be in it this year.
It was almost like a bushwhacker or
really.
warlord stint in the ring there.
It wasn't pretty.
Yeah,
but anyway,
that's okay.
The Dark Star Matt Taylor is the new #1 contender.
That's right.
To Ron Mathis' Rockstar Pro Championship. And he gets his title shot at this event, and that's going to be a big matchup there.
Well, that's assuming Mathis still has the title
That's a good
after
point.
taking on EC3 at Amped.
That's right. If you're listening to this, the very next Wednesday, what is it, April 22nd, I believe, if my math is correct?
That's right.
Ron Mathis, one-on-one with Ethan Carter III.
You're right.
The 22nd. Are you still counting over
I was
there?
still trying to figure out the math. I got confused.
But Ethan Carter III coming to Rockstar Pro. How big is that?
That's huge. We saw earlier this month, we saw Shane Douglas here. We saw the Taskmaster, Kevin Sullivan. All these big names are coming to Rockstar Pro because they know, hey, as far as indie wrestling goes, it's where it's at.
Right, and did you hear the words that Shane Douglas had to say about Rockstar Pro in that video on rockstarpro.com? I mean,
did.
He had such great words to say. He said that it really reminded him of VCW and how, professional wrestling will be alive and well with companies like Rockstar Pro. It was just great words, and that's what everybody thinks when they come here, and that's why Rockstar Pro is what it's become.
There's a lot of love for professional wrestling in Dayton, Ohio.
So we have Ludus coming up this Friday.
That's right. Be here for Ludus on Friday. Be here for the Gym City Slam on the 1st of May. And please be here every Wednesday night for Amped. Those are some of the best live experiences you're going to have in independent professional wrestling.
So is that it? Are we done with the special? Did I say it right?
You nailed it.
I nailed it? Yes.
So thanks, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks again here on Backstage Pass.
Suplex City. Bitch.